Hey, how you doing? This is Tom, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And we've been busy this week with a lot of company, and they're slowly going back home, so I can now get back to my shows, which I've been neglecting for about a week now. Sorry for that. And anyway, we're going to start by reviewing this little gem here. This is what I call an emergency radio, and it was sent to me by MECO, MECO. It's $24.99 on Amazon right now. So we're going to check this out. Here's the radio itself, right there. Nice bright red with a carrying strap, which you can remove without damaging it. That's good. It also comes with this adapter here, which is, this plugs in the side of this thing, and then this is a USB connector, and you can use this to charge other devices, such as cell phones or radios or stuff like that, using this and plugging your USB cable into that. Also comes with this, which I've already used. This is the cable for charging the internal battery. It has an internal battery. You don't put batteries in it. It comes with an internal little battery like you would see in a wireless phone. And this is your standard USB and micro USB connector. And it comes with this cable, and I'm not exactly sure what this cable is for. Not sure what that's for. The one thing, this will plug in there, but I'm just not sure. So we're going to put that aside. I didn't see anything in the instructions, but I'll figure it out later, and I'll do a show on it. So, and it comes with a little instruction book. It's one page, both sides. Okay, so much for that. Let's get to the radio. Gee whiz. Let me put this back together, right? I say let's put this back together. There. It has AM, FM, and weather band. So this is an emergency radio. It's powered by either a built-in battery, which goes in right here under this little door. It comes with the battery. It can be powered by a crank, or the battery can be charged with a crank. We've seen that before. And like I say, by using one of those cables and using this port here, this port is used for, that is the micro USB port for charging the internal battery. This is the external port to provide power out to charge an external device. And this is the tuning knob right here. This is the volume on-off knob. And this is the band selector, AM, FM, weather band. And then this is tuning dial right here on the top. I don't know if you can see it. Come on, camera, focus. Wake up, camera. Yeah, like everything else, nothing wants to cooperate. Anyway, the top is the weather band, FM, AM. It can be charged with the sun, the battery internal. Now, as I've mentioned before, many times before, these little gizmos, putting them out in direct sunlight, which is best as far as charging rapidly, is not advisable, because this can get really, really hot. Now, this is a kind of a rubberish finish. This is the speaker right there, and it also has a light, very bright light. Matter of fact, 3 LEDs, and a little antenna here, and there's the crank, and that's about it. About everything you need there in case of emergency. And like I say, if you happen to leave it on the shelf and the battery runs down and you've already lost power due to a storm or something, you just use that's easy for me to say. You just use the crank and then you charge this thing. I will be doing a test in another video of cranking. What I'll do is I'll discharge the battery by using the radio so that the radio won't come on anymore, and then I'll crank my 5-minute crank, which is crank a minute, rest a minute. Crank a minute, rest a minute. And do that for 5 minutes of cranking and see how long the charge will last. So we'll do that later. I think that's about it. Pretty hefty, surprisingly, even though it's kind of almost fits in the palm of your hand. So let's turn it on and see if the radio works. What the heck? Let's see. On. It does have a little tuning LED, which I'm not quite on the station, so it's blinking instead of solid. It does have a red LED here for telling you that it's charging. And what it did is, when I first got it and I put it on charge, the red LED was on solid. Once it got fully charged, the light went off. That's a good indication. Okay, so let's tune. Let's see, we are in the, okay, we are now in the AM band. So let's tune it. Whoop, I don't want copyrighted material playing. The little speaker here, the audio is a little tinny. But of course, you're just using this as an emergency radio. In an emergency, you're probably listening for weather conditions, or how do you find a emergency weather shelter or something like that. So you're not really listening to music that much. Although you can listen to music so you don't worry about the fact that your house just blew down. Anyway, so there's the music on AM. You'll go to FM.
But again, you may want to think about what do they have died.
That's pretty good there.
Or is something like a peanut? Could be a choke.
And then we have the Weather Channel.
And inland waters a moderate chop.
Just put the antenna up. I had the station there. Now, I guess he could talking. There we go.
Becoming variable less than 10 knots in the afternoon. Seas 2 feet. Bay and inland waters a light chop.
That's very clear.
Tonight.
Strong.
East winds around 10 knots.
Matter of fact, I think I was still receiving it. Yeah, with the antenna down.
A chance of showers.
That's doing a good job.
Monday.
Now, in my area, there are 2 weather channels, and they're about line of sight 30 to 40 miles from me. So, got pretty good coverage here in this area. So I think that's about it. Again, I will do a separate video on charging with this. Again, I'll discharge so the radio doesn't come on, and then I'll put this out in the sun no more than an hour. And then I'll check it periodically because we don't want this to overheat, because this will probably be damaged over time if it gets direct sunlight. The other option I can try is putting it in a window which would not be getting direct sunlight. Maybe I'll do that. I'll put it in a window for, say, 4 hours, not direct sunlight. And it's right now, that particular window is south of me, on the south side of the house, when the sun is in the lower southern part this time of year. So that'd be pretty cool. That'll work. So I'll try that. I'll try the cranking test and do my 5-minute cranking test and see how much capacity we have with the battery. And lastly, I'll show you that it will charge a device such as a cell phone. And we could also do a test to see how rapidly leaving the light on discharges a fully charged the fully charged battery cell in here. What I'll do is I'll use a USB port to fully charge the battery, excuse me, and then I'll turn the flashlight on. The flashlight is either on or off, I think. Yeah, so there's no low setting or anything like that. It's just on or off. Right now it's fully charged and it's very bright. So that's what we'll do in the future. Again, this is from MECO, MECO. They sell a lot of products now on Amazon. So this is just one of them, $24.95. I think this does the job for an emergency radio. So that's it. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or send me an email to trrs73@gmail.com. Everyone have a great New Year's, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this show. Bye-bye.